How we doing? How's it going?
So what by starting
Yeah, ready when you guys are ready. I mean, I haven't done this a lot, so you guys show me how it's done.
What did you see out of Cade Otton? Obviously you guys drafted him. What stood out to you when you were watching this film?
Well, Cade's we're considering him an inline wide tight end, which is our on-the-ball guy, a guy that can hold the point in the run game, and also gives you ability to throw it to him as well. So we like his versatility. Great kid. We had some fantastic interviews with him down in Indianapolis, as well as over Zoom, and just getting to know him. He loves the game of football, and I think he is a guy not only that can help us this season, but a guy that we can work with, and I think a guy that can really help us add some youth to that room, which obviously we don't have a lot of. So.
And what did you see out of Co? Obviously, the nasty blocker.
Yeah, Co is exactly. He is what you see, right? Everybody kind of likes a guy like him on your football team, a guy that's gonna run through that wall if you tell him to run through the wall, and his blocking is definitely his strength, as many of you have seen from his film. A guy that I'm sure, as you can see as well, his versatility, but more off the ball and on the ball, whereas a move guy, we can move him in different spots. He was asked to do a lot at Minnesota, mostly as a blocker. But I think we'll see, when we get a chance to work with him hands-on this weekend, but we'll get a chance to see what kind of athleticism he has, I think he's a little more athletic than people may give him credit for, and we'll get a chance to see him catch the ball a little bit and see if we can help him to do that as well.
Do you feel like you guys maybe kind of got a little bit of a steal of sorts with Cade, meaning if he hadn't been hurt last year, he may have been drafted earlier?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we'll never know that for sure, but I did definitely think, if he was able to play a full season, and we go down to Indianapolis, right, and everybody's down there and watching all these drills, and these guys run around, and people get infatuated with the intangible parts of the guys as far as just running and times and lifting and all these different things, and he wasn't able to do any of that. So I think he definitely could have worked his way up possibly into a higher spot maybe by doing that. We'll never know for sure, but we're definitely happy with where he fell to us, and we're really excited about both those guys.
I assume that Cade, has a high football IQ, right? I mean, grandfather was
a
coach, dad was a coach.
Correct.
So when you get here, how much as a rookie does that help you be productive right away?
Yeah, I think, first of all, both of these guys are very intelligent guys. We've had a chance to spend some time slowly installing our offense this past week. We have meetings this week as well with them, just over Zoom until they get here for mini camp, and just their retention and their questions they're asking have been impressive to me. And I do think, a guy who's been around football his whole life, from parent figures to people they're looking up to, and you always, sleeping with a football, in your bed and waking up thinking football. So I definitely think that helps as well, but just two really smart guys that I think won't have a problem picking it up.
With such a young room, and I know Cody's been here for a bit, but he's been on the practice squad. Just even without Gronk right now, how valuable is it to have a guy like Cam Brady around that's been there, done that, and still contributes to your team?
Yeah, Cam is, I can't speak highly enough about him. Whatever role we put Cam in, he rises to the occasion, right? He's not thought of as an inline blocker, but there were times last year and in the past that we've had to rely on him to do that, and he's excelled at it. But obviously a great mentor as well. And he's been at every single off-season program. He's here. Which he doesn't have to be, and he's definitely a team guy, and we appreciate that from him. And he's helping out he'll help out these rookies, and he'll help out Cody. The great part for Cody is obviously right now we have two tight ends going through this off-season stuff, so they're getting a lot of work. And Cody has not been through an off-season program in a few years, obviously with what we've been dealing with the last several years. we haven't had the opportunity to really develop him. And I think that's the biggest thing for him, to have an opportunity to develop as a player. He played baseball, right? He didn't even know what an over front or an under front or any front was when he got here, so it's been a process. And he's taken it, and it's fun to see him out there run around with some confidence and play fast, and we're really excited about what he brings as well going forward.
You talk about being able to move these guys. Is fullback a possibility to move one of those tight ends back?
I mean, we always, when we do play with two tight ends, we have a, wide tight end and an off-the-ball tight end, whatever we call that guy. I'm not going to throw it out there, but that guy traditionally is a off-the-ball guy, and if we choose to motion him, he may at times get into a fullback position, right? We don't necessarily say, hey, you're playing fullback. We just have two different tight end names, and that's why I use the word versatility or whatever. At times you could say Cam played a fullback position in the last several years. We definitely have guys that may get aligned in a position, in a near or far set in the backfield for sure. Will we do more of that? Will we do less of that? We'll just kind of dictate, what we want to do going forward, what Byron wants to do.
He's not used very often. There have been some times where Vita Bay has been kind of that.
Yep, exactly, especially goal line, or, we did do it a couple short yardage type situations, right? I wouldn't want that guy coming at me I don't know about any of you guys, but I definitely wouldn't want that. So, but yeah, exactly. So there's different things we can do with who we have, and obviously a game day, you're restricted to how many people you're putting on the field and all that stuff. But we just want to put it on. We want to put the guys on the field to give us the best chance of winning, right? So if that's putting a fullback in I formation, then that's what we'll do. But those two guys, I think, Ko especially, is you could think of him as just being a versatile guy that we can use in different positions, because there's times that we'll put him on the ball as well. He played on the ball, off the ball. All those guys need to be versatile and ready to go if there are injuries, whatever may happen.
How often do you text Gronk? FaceTime him?
No, Gronk and I have a good relationship. No, for sure. We touched base with each other this past weekend. I'm definitely doing my best recruiting job I can do. He's obviously, as we all know, he's keeping busy with his off-season plan, and but obviously we love to have him back if that works out, and he adds whole another element to what we're doing. So right now we're just trying to obviously get the players that we currently have to the best of their ability, so we can go win a championship.
Have you watched any of Ben Bizey, the tight end from undrafted free?
The three guys that we got coming into rookie minicamp, I've watched a little bit, and we're really excited to see what they bring. I have not had a chance to talk to any of them, but we are really excited to see, again, with having an older room. Now we got a couple young guys, right? So we got a good little mix, but depending on what happens with Gronk or whoever, we have to, see what these guys got as well and see what they'll bring to the table. So they all have pretty good size and they have some athleticism, and we'll see what happens.
Just to follow up on Gronk, you're saying you've been talking to him, and did he give you any indication on when he's going to give you?
No. And if he did, I wouldn't really share that right now. But no, right now he's just kind of going through his off season and trying to enjoy that and do that to the best of his ability. And but he definitely has a deep love for the Bucs and for his brothers here on this team. So he's got to make what's the best decision for him.
And he stayed in shape too, right? Isn't he?
Oh yeah. I mean, he could pretty much just walk around and stay in shape. He's kind of just naturally right in shape, right? We all probably wish we could do that.
In recent years, college programs treat tight ends essentially like a big slot receiver or solely as an inline blocker, as an extension of the offensive line. What are some of the challenges in adapting a college tight end to the NFL game with the intricacies that the position does?
That's a great question. I mean, one of the hard things is you're going through looking at all these tight ends coming out every year. There's quite a few that don't ever get in line and block, yet they're really good athletes and do a lot of special things in space. So you're trying to project, hey, what can these guys do? Can they block? Can't they block? Without really knowing for sure. So there's definitely, and obviously the college game seems to be going more in that direction, or maybe it'll come full circle, who knows. But so there is some projections involved. It's not always easy. You try to do things at And when you're down in the combine, they try to get the sleds out and try to have them hit some things. But it's definitely a challenge. But the guys that we got in this draft have proven to be able to block on the ball consistently. So there's reasons why we picked the guys we picked.
On a personal note, how's your transition been into the new role? And the guys razz you on the last name a little bit?
Yeah, here and there, but I've been getting that my whole life, So the good part is not many people now know who John Claude Van Damme is. So these kids don't even know who that is anymore, so I don't have to worry about it as much. But yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, the fact that this organization gave me an opportunity to, go from being a quality control coach, doing a lot of the breakdowns and the game plan stuff and all that stuff, and trusted me enough to be able to handle a room and kind of fulfill a dream that I've had for a long time has been awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.